Morning playmates, tis moi, and once again, welcome to the Man Cave. Today, although it feels quite self-indulgent, but it is my phone, I wanted to share a story with you because a story in a couple of messages, and the story goes like this. A good few years back, I'd finished work on a Friday evening and I'd actually bought this book. The book was called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. It's quite a famous book actually now. And I read it over the weekend and I couldn't put the book down. I finished it in the early hours of Monday morning actually. And the book at that time, it was almost like the book had been written for me. It contained a very specific message about health actually, and a very specific message about lifestyle as well, and about change. Anyway, I read this book, amazing book, and my best friend at the time, Mike, was working in Bangalore. And on the Monday morning, I had to drive down to London. So I'd hit the M25 at the perfectly wrong time. And so I was sat in this car park on the M25. And I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call Mike in Bangalore and I'm going to tell him about this amazing book. So I rang Mike. Mike picked the phone up. I said, hi, Mike, blah, blah, blah. I said, I've got to tell you, mate, I've read this most amazing book at the weekend and you need to get it and you need to read it. And he said, I know. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, I know that you've read a book at the weekend and I know what the book's called. So I said, are you bonkers? Are you absolutely raving bonkers, Mike? There's no way. Out of all the books in the world and the books you read and I read, there is no way that you can know the book that I've read at the weekend. He said, Mark, let me tell you what's just happened to me. He said, I've just walked out to get a bit of a late lunch in Bangalore. And along the street, there are some secondhand booksellers. And as I've walked along the street, this little Indian guy ran up to me with this book. And he said to me, you must buy this book. He said, no, I bought the book. And as soon as I got the book in my hands, I've literally raced back to the office and I was just about to call you. Because all I knew was as soon as I got the book, I just had a message that said, you need to tell Martin about this book. And I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, go on then, surprise me. What's the title of the book? And he said, Mark, the book's called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Now, whilst the enormity of that coincidence might not travel very well many years later in this video, I have to tell you that I literally fell to pieces in the car. It was incredible. To think that that's a coincidence would be like thinking that the Oxford English Dictionary happened as a coincidence of an explosion in an ink factory. It's just simply impossible for that to be a coincidence. So as amazing as that was, and as a greater story as that is, I think the whole point is that what we all need to remember is that we're all connected all the time. And there is some plane, some dimension that we don't understand today that connects everyone and everything together. And that's really important for all of us because, you know, given that we're all connected together, it's important that, you know, we think good, positive thoughts. So we give off good, positive energy to the world and to everyone we're connected to. Because it just might be that the next time you have some shitty thought, that could well have caused some poor little old lady living in the sticks in Kazakhstan to get a cold. And so you have a responsibility, and I have a responsibility, and we all have a responsibility to fill our world and fill this universe with good positive thoughts and good positive energy, and always to remember that we're all connected together all of the time. And what is inside us becomes what is outside us. And that's like, you know, those days when you wake up in the morning and you're just in a shitty mood, man. You're just in a shitty mood. You're like a bear with a sore head. and you get up and immediately you spill something on the floor, everything goes wrong, you're late for work, you jump in the car, no one lets you in, no one lets you out, everyone is horrible. You hate the world and the world hates you. And the following day, you get up and you're in a great mood. And everything just seems to work perfectly. And everyone seems to love you. They let you out, they let you in, you have the smoothest trip to work you've ever had. And the only difference is the way you woke up. And that's because we're all connected. So let's all remind ourselves of that. We're all connected together. We're all in it together. We're all the same. We've all got the same challenges. We've all got the same problems. Some people have them bigger. Some people have them smaller. But they're all the same. And we're all the same. And we're all connected together. So think great thoughts. Be nice to everybody. And everyone will be nice to you. Have a great day. Take care. Be safe. And go well.